cut down. I know that you're the same crowd. Same time, let me know it's cut down.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, remember to subscribe before you go any further, and if this isn't your first time, welcome back and thank you for coming back to watch another video. So in today's video, I'm basically just going to be talking to you guys about my struggles as a starting YouTuber. So basically, I've thought of this video for a very long time, but for some reason I've just been procrastinating and moving it and all. But I'm making this video because I want you guys to follow my journey. Like, I want to be as honest as possible, and I want you guys to see me like grow and all. And yeah, so this video is going to be as raw as possible. I'm going to say everything as it comes into my heart. So I'm just going to be doing my makeup while I'm talking to you guys, just so I have something else to do, because I'm not really great at just looking at camera and talking, so something that would just keep me going. So I made a quick, I wrote like some points down, basically just for some structure and that. And yeah, let's get right into the video. I started YouTube in September 2020. Basically, at the time, like, YouTube was not anything I would have possibly even seen myself like doing, because I'm not outgoing. I'm really in my shell. I don't like talking too much and all of that, and I just thought it was not something, I didn't think it was a bit of me, basically. Yeah, so basically I always thought that YouTubers had to be outgoing. You had to be extroverted, or at least just like bubbly, because you need that kind of personality to like get people viewing and all. So that was discouraging. That was like one of the things that discouraged me, because I just thought I didn't have the personality, and I'm not one to fake like anything. So like, how I am is how I am. And yeah, I just didn't think of it much. But then my sister brought it up like during the lockdown period, and was like, why not, like, what's the worst that can happen? And even after that, like, I'm supposed to be doing my makeup, but now I'm distracted. Yeah, so even after that, like, even after she brought it up, like, I still wasn't sure. Like, it was just something I told her. Like, I just said, oh yeah, I'll think about it and all. And I did. I thought about it, but I took it to God, basically, like, because I wasn't sure. For a long time I was contemplating. I wasn't sure if it was something I really wanted to do. Like, I was thinking, do I want to put myself out there, like, and all? And so yeah, I spoke to God about it, and I was like, oh, like, God, if you want me to do this is something that you have planned for me, like, give me a sign. Like, I didn't even know what this sign was going to be. I just wanted to give me a sign, like, so I'll know that, like, once he gives me this sign, I'm going to create the account and start filming. And like, yeah, it wasn't long, and then I got a sign. Yeah, my sign was ideas. Like, I had bare ideas, like, that I could do. I started writing down like video ideas and everything, and I just knew that obviously it had to be God, because how did I get like those ideas randomly? And so I decided to create the account. And first month or two, it was going great. Like, you know, when you first start something and people are excited to see what you have in store, and then mostly your friends and all, like, posting you and sharing and watching and all of that. So it was great. Like, subscribers were coming, people were sharing, people were subscribing and all of that. And after that first month, it was just like you're on your own from there on. Like, sort everything out on your own, get your own followers. Like, it's not like I expected anybody. I didn't expect more. Like, I was grateful that, oh, people even shared in the beginning, and I knew this was how it was going to be. It's not like I expected that, oh, first week I'll have like 1,000 subscribers or whatever. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah. Yeah, so I started posting, and that, I don't think the views were great. Like, number of views were not really encouraging at all. But I was just like, okay, first time, like, I don't expect to have like 500 views my first skinny. Number one, I barely even talk to people. Like, I have a really small circle. I don't talk to people, so I'm sure that it's not a lot of random strangers that want to watch somebody that they don't know and all of that. But it was more, for like that first month, I think it was more than I expected. Like the turnout was better than I expected. And then eventually it just started reducing and reducing. I'm not going to blame, I think I'm fully going to blame myself for that, because I wasn't consistent at all, mostly because of school. I was going to school and I was working at the same time, so like the tiny time I would have to film, I would film, but like that's like not a lot of time. So I was too busy, and yeah, obviously some people would even unsubscribe, so it was like starting from square one, and I didn't have the time to maybe I'll post a video today and then the next 2 months I won't be able to post something and all of that. So yes, I was inconsistent, but there was a period of time that I was kind of consistent. Like I posted like 3 videos like back to back to back, and I saw like the the turnout. But basically I went on a very, very, very long break at some point, because like man, it was very discouraging at some points, like because basically you put in, I'm sure that people like starting YouTubers like me would understand, like you can relate, that like you put in the work, you edit. There are even people that are more consistent than I am, that have been like consistent. When I mean consistent, like they post back to back to back, and still like you don't see the turnout, you get like, and so it can be discouraging, like, oh, I'm going through all this stress, I'm filming, I'm editing, I'm doing this, and then I'm getting 24 views in a day or something like that. It can be really frustrating. So at some point I was just like, oh more, I beg, I can't even kill myself, like. And like that's where the trouble was. Like at that point I wasn't doing it because I enjoyed doing it. I was doing it because I wanted to see it turn out, like I wanted to get subscribers and everything. And like I've realized that like coming into YouTube with that kind of attitude is like, it would hurt you more, because when you don't get that turnout, you can get so discouraged and disappointed and all of that. But then if you come to YouTube with the attitude like, oh, I'm going to do this thing, I'm going to film and edit and go through the whole process and enjoy it like for yourself, like you can say, enjoy what you're doing. Like I feel like another thing that I've had like a massive problem with, apart from inconsistency, is like sharing. Like, you know how like when you're just starting, you have to be able to like, a lot of people, I know people that just like, they'll just send like a group like message to a lot of people to help them like share it like aggressively and everything. I don't know how to do that. Like it's not even pride or anything, it's just, I just feel like I don't talk to that much people. Like I talk to a really few people, and those are people like I send my stuff to when I'm trying to share, because I feel like me, like when I put myself in the position of a receiver, like somebody that I'm not close to you, and then you're sending me your thing to post, it's like, I don't know you like that, do you guys, like I most likely will post. So that's why I feel like when I think about it, I'm like, oh, am I going to send a stranger my thing to post? Like would they even answer me? They most likely will air me, and I take airing like really personally, so I'll just rather keep to myself and the few people I know. And obviously that's not a lot of people. I know a lot of people, but like the people that I'm close to, that's not a lot of people. So, and you need a lot of people, like for when you're starting, you need that support. You need like, there's a limit to how many people you can reach, but like those your different friends have like basically different amounts of people they can reach, and that's what you need, that kind of like support as a starting YouTuber. And I don't think I had enough of that, because as I said, I'm not close to a lot of people, and I prefer to send my things to people that I was close to, or I am close to. So yeah, that was another problem for me. But basically what I've learned so far is just enjoy yourself, enjoy what you're doing. I just realized that my brushes are wet, so I'm going to have to use this for my foundation. Hopefully it works. But yeah, like I was saying, I've learned to just like do it regardless. Like even if I think like, oh, they're strangers and they might look at me weird, or they might not even answer me, or they might air me, like, so I'm taking L's are like important for this kind of thing. Like you have to take L's for it. No matter how many L's I take, no matter how many people air me, at least I have like my thing out there. So yeah, that's like one thing I've learned. Like I'm just going to put it out there regardless, like in every way possible. I will put my stuff out there. If you air me, if you don't air me, great. But like that's the plan. I also have learned that I need to be more consistent now that I have a bit more free time. Now that I have a bit more free time, I'm going to try and just be consistent, basically. Like it's not easy because, like I said, sometimes when I think of the turnouts, you just don't want to put in that much effort because it's like I'm never going to get that much views anyway. So like, why am I stressing myself? But don't think like that. Like I'm trying to learn not to think like that. I'm trying to just like learn how to do my own thing and enjoy it. Like whether or not people watch. Like obviously the goal as a YouTuber is to get people to, oh, that's painful. So I just pierced my nose and it's still healing and I just touched it and it really hurts. But like I said, the goal as a new YouTuber is to get subscribers, is to get people to watch your thing. But it will get there eventually with consistency and all of that. But at this point, at the point where I am now, I've realized that it's just best to do it for yourself. When you do it for yourself, like do it because you enjoy doing it. Like it's just a different feeling. Like the pressure is not as much. You just feel relaxed when you do it. Like sometimes, like earlier on here, sometimes when I'm like, what's it called? I hope this thing is blended properly because this thing I'm using. Like earlier on, sometimes when I'm posting, the pressure, the anxiety I feel is like crazy because like I'm just so anxious. Like people watch this. Like, is this what they would enjoy? Would they enjoy it and all of that? And it's not nice. It doesn't feel nice at all. Like feeling that anxious. But then when you actually don't care, like it's just like I enjoy what I did and I'm going to post it. And if people watch it, great. If they don't, great. But I know that eventually I'll get there. That kind of energy would just like remove every form of anxiety and make things easier. But yeah, what else? I feel like I said, I don't talk too much. I don't like talking a lot. It's not my thing at all. A lot of people will say, oh, you're doing law, you're a lawyer and you don't know how to talk out without work, or you don't like talking. But God is in control. This video was so unplanned. Like I just woke up and decided to do it because I've just been procrastinating a lot. So at the moment, like I'm in Nigeria, Port Harcourt, and ever since I got to Nigeria, like I got to Nigeria, was that January? Ever since I got here, like I haven't created nothing, I haven't filmed nothing, like I just haven't had the vibe. Like it felt like that thing came back again, that feeling of nobody's watching your shit, so don't even stress yourself. It felt like it came back and it just didn't feel great. So like for me to film this video, I literally had to force myself. Like it was unplanned. It was just I just stood up and did this because sometimes it's best that way when you just like stand up and do it. Like, but yeah, I'm not going to highlight my nose because like I said, I just did like a piercing, so I'm trying to be careful not to like get things on it basically. But yeah, I'm so unprepared, like because this thing was impromptu, I didn't even like plan nothing. So my brushes are wet. I have to use this like for everything. So if this makeup isn't great, like just know that I'm basically just using this makeup so that like I started doing this makeup so that I'm just not focused on talking only. So if you're a starting YouTuber, if you're watching this and you're starting YouTuber, like you just started or you're thinking of starting, like my advice is just do it. Like if you actually want to do it, like if something you actually want to do. Okay, I need to shut up now. Like just do it. Like really, what's the worst that can happen? They don't watch. Like if you enjoy yourself, that's the least of your problems. To be honest, like starting, that should be the least of your problems, because like YouTube doesn't have a manual. There's not like a particular time that people will subscribe. So there's not like a particular time or like duration of time that you're going to see subscribers or whatever. Like it's different for different people, and I just feel like when you first start, that shouldn't be your problem. Your main problem, your main like problem or like focus should be creating the content, posting it, like putting it out there. Even though I did not give myself this advice. Like it's not like I didn't know that I should have been consistent. I knew that, but I just couldn't at the time. And then when I couldn't, I was overthinking it. When I could, rather, I was overthinking it. So this is the final look. As I was saying, like starting YouTubers, don't overthink it. Like do your thing. I was overthinking at some point. I was inconsistent. I did not share it enough or put myself out there because of anxiety and all of that. But if you overcome like all of that, I think you're good to go. Like forget other people. They would hop on your wave when you're doing it for yourself. Like it's purer. Like I don't know if purer is a word, but it's just better. Like it just goes better. And yeah, that's it. Like right now where I'm at this point, I'm just trying to be more consistent. I'm just trying to follow my own advice and try to put myself out there more and all of that. Like it's not easy, like being a shy and introverted person. Like sometimes I just feel like I just overthink things a lot, but I'm trying to stop that. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, and yes, see you in my next video.